Hello everyone, it's Bibi Cameron here. I didn't plan to make this video, but here I am. I was holding my iPhone with one hand and working with the other one. But it will give you a really good idea of how easy it is to add hair or extra details to stamped images like this one. So after applying a couple of washes of colors on this image, I just use an Arteza marker that has a really fine tip, and I start tracing really little and fine lines over the edges of this image like I'm doing there. And I use different shades of colors to do this. So here I'm using a medium gray. Later I used a dark gray, and I also used a bluish gray color. It wasn't completely blue, it wasn't completely gray. And I also use a white marker with a very fine tip to trace some lines as well. So in that way I create some highlights. So that's very much all I do to add this kind of look and feel to the images. And I hope you can give it a try. And don't be so hard on yourself. You don't need to be an expert to do this. However, you have to be patient because I'm applying here the first layer of hair, and then I come back and I apply another one, and I allow the ink to dry between applications because I don't want the inks to blend or bleed. And after creating the hairs, you don't want to apply water on this image at all. So I was a little bit tired holding my iPhone with my hand, and I decided to go to my craft room and bring a tripod and the camera. I wasn't working on my craft room that day, and for me it was a little bit hard to film a video or to make a video in this area I'm working, but I managed to make it possible. And I'm showing you here how I made that background in a super easy way using also a honeybee stamps stencil and distress oxide inks. The next thing I did it was creating these fences here. These are die cuts, and they are made out of watercolor paper. All I did for those die cuts was applying washes of color also with the water-based markers. And once I have them done, I decided to add more texture on them. Honestly, this was me trying to do extra things and experimenting as well. So I grabbed this stencil by Honeybee Stamps, and because I don't want to ink my stamping platform, I just put another stencil underneath. And then I use Wild Honey Distress Oxide ink, and after that I also apply Tea Dye Distress ink. And I'm going to be honest, I didn't know if I was going to be happy with the results of doing this. I was just experimenting, and I decided to film this because I think this is a better way to show you the materials I'm using and show you exactly what I did. Perhaps you will see a little bit of mess around because that morning I was crafting with my son on the dining table, and there is glue and paper everywhere. That was a very cold day, and my craft room is in the garden, and it takes a long time to heat up. So I just decided to bring some supplies inside my house, and I was crafting like this. That's the way I make it possible as well, to be able to work, to do some crafting, and also to be with my children. So okay, I could not let go of these die cuts, and I also spray some water to activate the distress ink to get extra texture. And another thing I did was grabbing a Nuvo shimmer pen, and I splatter on these die cuts that shimmer, and I also use a Nuvo Aqua Flow pen to splatter ink over this die cut as well. This is a kind of dark red, and it's very beautiful. I really like to splatter my artwork with Nuvo Aqua Flow pens. So once I was happy with this, I look for the perfect sentiment. I already got an idea of what I wanted to stamp, and I really like this stamp set here called Friendship. It has beautiful sentiments to make cards for friends. And I was thinking that those sentiments with 3 lines of text are perfect to just stamp the bottom of a card. So I was going to do that, but in the very last minute, I saw another stamp set and I said, oh no, I have to stamp this sentiment here because it's just super cute. And apologize because my camera there was totally out of focus. But I'm giving you here an idea of the stamp I used. I'm going to list all the supplies in the video description and you can have a look on my blog as well. So I just grabbed some stamps from this stamp set to complete the sentiment. And once I knew exactly what I was going to do, I stamped word by word using VersaFine Black Onyx ink. So once I stamped the sentiment that took like forever, I glued down the fences. And when I was doing that, I realized that I could create a kind of gate using this die cut. So I just fold the paper and I glue in the back of the die cut another colored die cut. So when the gate folds, you will see color as well, and it's also going to add some extra thickness to the paper there. And I'm not sure if that was a good decision, but it's done. So as you see there, I use dimensionals to glue down the fences, and all I did was folding the paper like so to create that gate. You might wondering why I need a gate there. It's the same question I have. I just wanted to do something extra, and I'm always experimenting, as I said before. So after doing this, I also added extra elements, not in video, but they were very simple to apply, like the grass and the backing panel and the little lollipop that the little mouse is holding in his hand. So there you go. This is a super easy and super cute card idea for you. I hope you like it. And that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel or visit my blog for more ideas and inspiration. Thank you very much for watching and happy crafting. Bye!